Cheating isn't new. It's been a part of human relationships for millennia. But how we treat it has changed dramatically. And why may that be? Cheating is the act of committing adultery whilst in a committed relationship with somebody. It has been ever present in our various societies as humans throughout our history, especially when marriage became a widespread commitment. Throughout history, cheating was not necessarily glorified, rather it was done in secrecy or accepted socially to have multiple wives or mistresses whom you had affairs with. As we progress into the modern era, cheating has become more looked down upon and even legally punishable in certain countries. But during the mid and late 20th century, and especially in the 21st century during the age of the internet and the rise of music genres like rock and roll and hip hop, cheating has become increasingly more glorified and normalized as if it's a flex. Side note, it's not a flex. The storied history of cheating. As I said in the intro, cheating has been a part of human culture for literal millennia. Leaders or people who are part of royal families having affairs was fairly common. This was normalized in a way because there was a strong suit to have multiple heirs ready to ascend the throne in the event that a male ruler had died. And yes, I am using male rulers as an example as they were the vast majority of rulers throughout history. Although female rulers did cheat back in their heyday as well. They are not exempt from this. Back then, whether cheating was hidden or accepted often depended on the culture. In some places, multiple spouses or concubines blurred the line between infidelity and norm. As I said, having affairs in order to have more heirs was common and no one batted an eye. Although in other cultures across the world, it may have been looked at differently or even looked down upon. A well-known scapegoat for cheating was having multiple wives or spouses. So affairs with others wasn't necessarily considered cheating because they were still your wife or spouse. This brings me to the modern era. The Cultural Revolution of the 1950s and moving forward, mainly with music, started the glorification of degeneracy and cheating within music. As a way of expressing themselves, artists would sing about their misdeeds towards their lovers, either as a confession or as something to brag about. Either way, it wasn't right. Early on, this was prominent in rock and roll, which completely shifted the culture as artists like Elvis Presley would sing about their debauchery as if it was a normal thing. Once again, it is not a normal thing. Fast forward to nowadays, hip hop and rap, while not being the only genre that promotes cheating and degeneracy, has been instrumental in normalizing cheating culture, especially as it has become less of an art of expression for African Americans and more of a flexing of everything, including hoes, jewelry, that sort of form of art, starting really in the mid to late 90s, at least in the mainstream.
Much, my nigga just came back from one of the Diddy parties, Shank.
Now we get to cheating in the present day. After a brief synopsis on the history of cheating, now I must discuss how it is in the present day. Many different forms of music have been promoting cheating in affair culture, ranging from rap to country to rock and roll to hip hop and even pop. It goes on and on and on. And it's pretty ridiculous how it's become so normal to endorse hookup culture regardless of if you're in a relationship or not. Social media has fueled today's cheating and hookup culture, turning infidelity into a meme, a joke, or even a flex just for clicks. Like, alright, buddy, you're so dope for not being loyal. Like, really?
Really, nigga?
More often than not, nowadays, because of the music we're listening to and what we see online, you will find either open relationships or relationships in which both parties have cheated before as get back to each other as if it's normal. Once again, it is not normal. One of the things that really irks me is the talking stage or phase. Leading up to being in a full-blown relationship, people will still be talking to other people and doing things with others, either having affairs or whatever. Whilst it depends on your definition of talking, me personally, if loyalty isn't part of the talking stage, don't be shocked when it goes missing in the soon-to-be relationship. Don't be shocked at all. This brings me to my last and final point, and this section won't really be too long, just a bit of ranting about something I'm passionate about. With today's modern culture, old romance is gone. Or did it even exist? It did exist in ways for sure, but the old school way of doing relationships and being locked in and always going on dates with each other and treating each other right and being in it together with each other is really slowly fading away in our modern culture. It's either a woman expecting a dream guy or a sugar daddy who's gonna treat them to everything, pay for everything, while they don't have to work. More in it for the extortion factor rather than the romance factor. And then guys want a woman to unrealistically bow down to them for everything they say and purely be there just to appease them, as if it's realistic in 2025 to expect that. Women are not slaves and guys aren't bank accounts just to be used for extortion. Everything I just talked about contributes to this cheating epidemic that we have going on currently. People can't stay loyal because of insane expectations that they have, and or ignoring the actual people that would be good for them in a relationship and choosing people that'll ultimately just end up hurting them in the long run. All of it contributes to this ongoing issue, and I think it'll only get worse moving forward. All in all, music and social media, amongst other things, I feel are the primary causes of today's cheating epidemic. While cheating has been prominent throughout human history, more than ever, it is out in the open for everyone to see, and it's resulting in the slow death of old romance and a negative effect on what our societal norms are in general. I do not have a solution for such a wide-ranging issue, as this can only be solved within oneself. This epidemic can't be cured by law or society. It starts with you. Decide what you stand for and don't let the outside noise drown that out. That ultimately determines whether you're a victim of this epidemic or you're simply just another participant. And that is all for today's video. If you made it to the end, I'm glad you tuned in to watch me discuss this topic today. It's getting crazy out here. Y'all stay safe in y'all relationships and everything like that. Make sure your morals stay right too. It is greatly appreciated if you like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of that. It helps me grow the channel. We're trying to build something big here. As always, have a blessed day, and Caleb